Hi everyone, it's Sunday morning. I made Ron get up very early because I do want to make some brunch items. And it's funny that I was talking to my mom last night and we were talking about when we were little and the things she used to make for brunch or lunch. And two things that brought back really great memories of my childhood was a potato frittata that she used to make, as well as an egg casserole with tomato sauce. We've done a few items as the previous videos show on when you make tomato sauce and you have it left over, what else can you do with it? We've done a few things, but this is one other thing that you can do and it's great for brunch. Okay, so today again we're going to make a potato frittata and as well as we're going to make a egg casserole. So let's get started. What I want to do first is which take longer, is the potato frittata takes longer. So I'm going to heat up my pan. Okay, I'm going to heat up my pan. What I want to do, I want to peel some potatoes. Okay, I peel them right into the sink and then I scoop it all out. As see, we peel the potatoes and then we're going to cut them in round slices. Okay, what we've done is we peeled the potatoes. Now what I'm going to do is just slice them. Okay, and we're going to slice all of the potatoes very, very thin. Try to slice them as thin as possible. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash the potatoes and I'm also going to strain them because I want to take away a little bit of the starch. Okay, so we take away a little bit of the starch. It's not as thick. So what I've done is my pan is heating up really nicely. So all I'm going to do, nothing on it, no oil, no nothing on it, and it's going to be just a little bit of water in the pan. Okay, actually dry it a little too much. I am going to add a little bit of water because what I like to do first is just to steam it. We steam the potatoes so they pre-cook. That's it. We cover it, leave it covered, and let that steam out. In the meanwhile, what we're going to do is we're going to heat up our other pan, put it on medium heat, and what I have here, I have some tomato sauce that was left over from last night's dinner. Okay, and I'm just gonna place it right on here. Really simple. It's a little bit thicker, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of water. Nothing, no big deal. I just want a little bit looser because again, we're gonna simmer it and we are going to place some eggs right in there. Okay. The potatoes are simmering, which is great. And again, don't be afraid to add more water if you need, because at first we want to, I think I'm gonna add a little bit more water to it. Okay, we're going to simmer the potato just a few moments because what we want to do is we want to steam them first. And then we're gonna, once all the water is dried, what we're going to do is we're gonna add some olive oil. And that's when we fry them. Okay, that's perfect. The sauce is warming up. The potatoes are steaming. Let's see what the effect of the potatoes are steaming. And what we're gonna do is now we're gonna break some eggs. Okay. We're gonna open about 4 eggs. Also, we're going to whisk the eggs. We're going to add some pepper. We're going to add some salt. Perfect. Okay, and what we're going to do is as the potatoes are steaming, which is perfect, what we want to do is we want to cut a little bit of an onion. We're going to add that right on there. Okay. We don't want much of an onion. We just want a little bit, just to feel the onion. We're gonna slice the onion very, very thin. We want it very, very thin. Perfect. Very thin. That's great. Plenty of onion. Okay, now the sauce is warming up beautifully. The potatoes are doing really, really well. As you can see, the sides of the potatoes become translucent. So that's a good indication that they are starting to cook. But now what we want to do is we want to uncover it. As we uncover it, the water will evaporate, and now we're going to start drying the potatoes with the water. We're not going to add the onions just yet. We want this to fully evaporate. Okay, while the potatoes are almost ready, it looks really good. So what we want to do is, again, I love my little garden, and we're going to take a little bit of parsley. Oh my God, it's so great just to come over to your windowsill, you have the garden, and we're going to take some parsley and we're going to chop some parsley. Really, really fun. That's perfect. We're gonna chop it as fine as we can get it. I mean, it doesn't have to be mashed, but we just want it very, very fine. Wow, the potatoes, as you can see, the potatoes are doing really well. They're starting to dry up. The sauce is starting to simmer. And we're gonna add this directly to the egg. Simple, right on the egg. Okay. Okay. As you can see, the water is dried. We add the onion, just mix up the onion, make sure you flake the onion. Now, as you can see, the onions are very, very thin, so they're gonna cook pretty easy. I think a little too much. I'm not gonna add all of it. Okay, so now what we do is let's add some olive oil to this. Okay, forget about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And what we want to do is mix it up. Because now we want the oil underneath. That's perfect. Now I see the oil's on the bottom of the pan. The pan is starting to sizzle, and that's perfect. We could cover it at this time. It's fine because we want the heat in there. Okay. I remember this as a child. My mother making this all the time, and I used to love it, especially with the egg casserole. And let me tell you something. Being Italian, you know I love bread, and to be able to have this on Sundays, on Saturdays was really great.
Do you have a visit?
I think, oh, somebody's knocking. Who's here? Oh, surprise! My mother's here. Oh, she's very shy, of course. She's yes, Mom, it's okay. Because that's very traditional smock that Italian mothers wear. So she's really embarrassed that she didn't realize we were filming, so she's really embarrassed.
I beg your dish.
Thank you, Mom. Okay. So she's gonna sit in the background. My mom's gonna watch us cook. And believe me, if she sees me doing anything wrong, I guarantee you she's gonna say something. That's what Italian mothers do. Okay, so this is actually. Oh wow, it's crisping really, really well. The onions are now soft. And as you can see, some of the potatoes are starting to crisp, and that's what we want. And the potatoes just have a little bite to it. They're not quite cooked yet, but that's what we want. That's absolutely perfect. That's the whole idea. And I remember this, my mom actually making this as a child, the potato frittata, and also the egg casserole. Okay, so what I've done is I've put the flame very, very low. As you can see, it's steaming out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to raise the temperature a little bit. I'm going to raise the temperature a little bit. Once I see it simmer, then I'm going to drop a few eggs right inside the sauce and let them cook right in the sauce. They're actually poaching in the tomato sauce, and it's really, really delicious. Okay. Wow, this smells so good. Okay, I am going to add a little bit of salt to the potatoes, as well as a little bit of pepper. Okay, now, if you recall, a few weeks ago we made the basil mayo, which is similar to pesto, but it's got a little mayonnaise in it. So what we've done is we've actually taken 1 tablespoon, and I'm going to drop a few just drops all over the sauce. I don't want to mix it yet. What I want to do is just like that. It's going to be absolutely delicious. Okay, so now this is really good. It's browning really nice. The potatoes are doing very well. The onions are now starting to caramelize. Perfect. So now we have the egg mixture. Oh. Once again, I made a little bit of a mess, but it's okay. Remember, we're cooking at home. We're not in the studio that we want to stop the cameras. We want to clean up. No, it happens. We clean it up and we move on. Wow, this looks really good. Okay, perfect. As you can see, the sauce is simmering now, and we actually put our basil pesto in drops in here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take 4 eggs. Now you can do 4, you can do 6, you can do as many as you like. I'm just going to drop them right in one spot. And don't raise the heat. Keep it at a simmer, because what you don't want to do, you don't want to burn the bottom. That's it. As you can see, it's now poached egg in tomato sauce. What we're going to do, we're going to place the lid, because we do want them cooked. So again, how you want them cooked, it's up to you. If you like them fully cooked, if you like a medium with the yolk still running, still a little bit runny, or you want it fully cooked, that's however you like it. Now, this is absolutely perfect. What we're going to do is now we're going to lower the heat to about medium, and that's when we're going to put our egg mixture just all over that. That's it. And wow. Now, at this point, the heat is medium. The egg is starting to cook, and you want to close the lid, because you just want to try to start cooking all the way through. Okay, so the frittata is looking really great. It's starting to cook. Okay, the egg, as you can see, it's really wonderful. It's simmering. Okay, we don't want to overcook it again, but then again, we actually do have to cook it. All of the whites I like cooked through. The yolk, I do like it soft. I like to dip a little bit of bread. Wow, this is starting to look so good. Before we turn it over, okay, let it try to cook as much as possible. Okay, and then we flip it over. This is starting to simmer. Perfect. Wow, this is looking so good. Okay. Perfect. Continue to let it simmer. Okay, and as usual, let me take all of this stuff out of the way so it's easy for us. This is the basil mayo that we made the other day, and we just placed it inside the egg. So it's really great. The recipe is online. So, but it's so easy to make, and this actually you can make it anytime. You can make as much as you want and put it in the refrigerator. It will actually last for months, because it does have olive oil. Okay, that's absolutely perfect. Let this continue to cook, and I show you a little trick on how to flip this. I'm not going to do the big flip because it may wind up on the kitchen, all over the kitchen, I should say. That's absolutely perfect. So what I want to do now, I do have this great Italian bread that we bought today, and I'm going to just cut a few slices. Because dipping the bread into the sauce with the egg, it's absolutely a must in an Italian household. Perfect. This is, now we're going to place it at the lowest possible simmering temperature, and we're going to now try to attempt to flip this frittata. Little trick. What I do is I get a plate. Now be very careful to make sure that Mom, I know you're an expert at flipping this, and my mother's great at flipping this. She makes the most amazing asparagus frittata that, oh my God, I can never get enough of. And whenever there's asparagus in season, now you can get it all the time, but certain time of the year the asparagus is really great, and she makes these asparagus frittatas. They're absolutely amazing. The thing that she does though is she loves a little spice, so sometimes she puts a little bit too much red pepper. But it's good. I never refuse it. So this is what we're going to do. Okay? We're going to take off the heat, of course. We're going to place the plate over it, and we're just going to hold it and flip. That's it. And then we're just going to put it right back on there. It's as simple as that. Now look at the crusty of the onion and some of the potatoes, and the frittata actually inflated. It looks like a little bit of souffle. That's it, perfect. So what we're gonna do is again, put it on low heat, let it cook a little bit more, and then we're gonna place it in the oven for about 10 minutes. That's all you need. Because remember, the potatoes are very hot. Everything was hot, so the egg cooks pretty quickly. Wow, this is looking so good. Beautiful. The frittata is ready. But as you see, it's actually a little bit swollen, looks like a little souffle. It's perfectly cooked. It's still fine. The egg cooks through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it in the oven for about 10 minutes. My oven is actually preheated to 400 degrees and done. It's going to be in there for about 7 to 10 minutes. It all depending how much you've cooked it on the stove. This is all ready to go. We're going to shut everything off. Okay, and the best thing to do is, wow. Oh my God, this smells so good. Again, these brunch dishes, I remember my mom making them in Italy, in Sicily. And again, we were talking about them yesterday. That's when I got the inkling to get up early and to make this brunch on Sunday. Okay, Ron, what do you think? How does it smell? Okay. He's, as always, is a little shy, but give him a couple of glasses of wine, he won't be shy anymore.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so this is what we do. The frittatas are almost ready. Wow. And we place a little bit of sauce on there. It's poached egg with tomato sauce. Really wonderful. So now what we're going to do is, of course, as usual, like a little decoration, a little bit of basil. And what we're going to do is, we have a little bit of oil, basil oil left over, and we're just going to place it right on here. That's it. Just give it a little bit of more flavorful. And of course, the most important thing is the Italian bread. You can't go any place without this Italian bread. Look at this. This is a wonderful brunch. It's a Sicilian brunch, and I remember this for, oh my God, as long as I can remember. It's really great. So let's plate the frittata now. Again, with the frittata, also a little bit of bread, but we're going to take the frittata out. Let's see what it looks like. Oh wow. Is this great? We're going to plate it. Yeah, we're going to flip it over. We're going to flip this over. Okay? And this is the great potato frittata. Look how wonderful they look. What great brunch dishes we just created. And it only took about maybe 25 minutes at the most. Okay, and that's plenty for 4 people. You can do 1 egg each, or you want to do more, you do more eggs. That's up to you. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to cut the frittata, of course. And you cut it like a pizza. And it also was good, especially if you're making these 2 dishes at the same time. What you can do, it's okay for you to place a little bit of sauce from your egg casserole. Okay. Wow. This looks so good. Of course, this little extra potato, I have to try. Wow. It's hot, but absolutely delicious. And hi everyone, thank you for joining us again. Today I prepared two of my favorite dishes. I remember as a child, my favorite brunch dishes. Your egg casserole with tomato sauce. It's really wonderful. Can't wait to dip the bread in there. And as well as my potato frittata with, again, we put a little bit of sauce that we had left over, plus of course a little bit of bread. It's really easy to make, so definitely try it. The recipes are online. Any comments would be greatly appreciated. Anything that you'd like to see me create or me redo, just leave a comment. Visit us at philron.com for more recipes, and we'll see you soon.